Want to know where to get the best possible cheap, reliable coins at your fingertips?
What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
Look no further than MMOEXP. Link is down below, top of description. Use code META for 5% off. Bros, what it do? Boom, it is the second day of the week. Hopefully you guys are getting that bread. You are doing the stuff, doing the things that need to be done. Nonetheless though, shirt of the day is United. Speaking of them, we play Bayern soon. And let's just say I'm not excited for that. Nonetheless, you boys know where to go to get the best shirts out right now, man. The best quality, fast delivery. They've got so much deals going on right there, man. Trust me, I've got like literally 20 shirts from them. It is Go Shop. Check out the link in description. Second link, more importantly, right there, man. Also check out MMOEXP for, to acquire some of the best cards. But we also need the settings to be acquired to use these cards, and I have the best settings right now. Obviously, I did a video in the start of the year. It's basically like doing a rundown of the introductory to all the settings, etc. But obviously, playing the game 2-3 months, I've got the best settings currently. So hit the like, subscribe. Let's get into the actual video. Mind the background, please, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's looking bad, bro. We move indeed. I was too lazy to set up the green screen, but yeah, we got the very first one. It is preset competitive. That's just always been a thing in the game because yeah, we are competitive people. We play online. That is the preset you use. Yeah, at the end of the day, that is the only one you're going to use right there when you're playing online Ultimate Team. We got shot assistance. Now, I did say precision was the best in the start of the game. I won't lie. Now, I myself use a lot of like left stick dribbling, etc. And especially when it comes to shooting, I kind of just want something that's easy, that does it for me. I've been using the assisted shooting for, years, bro. Do you know what I mean? So for me, especially a lot of pro players, they use assisted right there. You don't want to use precision, man. For me personally, the ball just goes way wide, bro. It goes absolutely astray. I have no idea what it does, but yeah, for me, assisted is the best right there. You're gonna see a lot of assisted as well aspects in these settings because at the end of the day, you don't want to be at a disadvantage compared to other online players that have like their stuff on assisted. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you want to use the most assisted settings that you can possible. So yeah, we got time finishing on. This is a very interesting one. Obviously everybody uses time finishing, especially how OP this is now. Obviously they did actually nerf finesse shot plus, and a lot of people use finesse shots with the time finishing. If you've been playing FIFA since like 19, time finishing has been a thing. It's been OP. If you're a new player though, I do think probably turn it off, man. But over time though, do obviously use it. How it works is if you shoot one time, you press it again as soon as the player makes contact with the ball. That is a green time finesse slash shot slash power shot, all the above right there. Do you know what I mean? Always try to get it on green. Just go into like the likes of all your game modes that are offline. Try it out, see if it works for you. We're gonna move over to passing now. Auto flare pass is off, obviously. That's offline. We got the likes of through pass assistance, lob through pass. Now, in my opinion, through pass assistance, you kind of want to have it on semi because you want to do the work. Because if you have it all on, there's no assisted one. Do you know what I mean? You want to have it on semi. Semi works for lob through balls as well, which is the ones that go over the top right there. It used to be very OP with the LBY or L1 triangle on PlayStation, but semi for me works. I think a lot of people use it on semi right there as well. You don't want to go on manual and create work for yourself essentially. We got ground pass assistance. It's always going to be unassisted because if you put this on manual, bro, or semi, you are just not going to do great. Let's just be honest right there. Ground pass, cross assistance. Now it comes down to if you want obviously your cross assistance. That's the main one. Lob pass and cross assistance. If you see that you crossing right, but you want to pass to like the end guy in the box, but it's passing to the one in the front, by all means, I think do put it on semi at least. You don't want to put it on manual and have work for yourself. Do you know what I mean? I think the best one for me, in my opinion, to have that middle ground is probably semi, but I just put assisted because I don't really use crossing that much. I'll be honest, man. But if you use crossing a lot, semi for me, I would say, is the best one that you can choose. Same thing goes with the lob pass, obviously assistance, which is the obviously through balls over the top right there. And then we got pass receiver lock. Now this is very important. It is obviously if you are passing and you kind of want to see you kind of want to have a middle ground for when you're passing right there. I feel like late is the best one. Now, I've obviously explained it in my previous video exactly what this is. Trust me, just put it on late. You don't want to, it's kind of like if you pass to a player, and how can I explain? If you pass to a player and you kind of want to quickly change that pass, essentially you want to put it on late. Do you know what I mean? You want to have that sort of like playthrough. Do you know what I mean? When I don't know if I'm mumbling on right there. Just trust me, put it on late. It is the best one right there, man, because you don't want to obviously have the game kind of throw you off. So pass receiver late, lock, sorry, is on late. Everyone uses it. Just use it. Trust me on that. But yeah, all this, as I said, is unassisted. Excuse the birds right there. Yeah, at this time they go crazy, bro. Not gonna lie. But as I said, assisted. So if you feel like the game is taking too much, you know what I mean? It's too much assistance. By all means, just put it to semi. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? But for now, these settings are the best. But yeah, pass receiver lock late. We got precision pass sensitivity, normal. At the end of the day, you don't want to play around with it, man. I just feel like normal is the play. Kind of like with these settings, you don't want to play around too much. Just use what a lot of the other people use and what works for you, essentially. Like, yeah, if you want to be that guy that changes precision pass sensitivity to high, by all means, man. But yeah, we have the likes of defending, clearance, assistance. It kind of depends on your take. So kind of like if you clearing the ball, right, and you actually aim where you cleared it, that's directional. Whereas with classic, it doesn't really take that into account where you aim. It just clears it completely out of play. Yeah, for me, classic is the best because it gets the ball out of play instead of you clearing it. Like, let's say you cleared to someone on the right and there's a guy there. Do you know what I mean? Instead of, yeah, for me, classic is the best. We got advanced defending, very new feature they've added this year. Very nice. I will not lie. It's basically like a middle ground as well. It helps you out with your defending, kind of to, how can I explain? To pinpoint exactly how to defend. So essentially, we've always been using tactical, you know, as FIFA players. But now with the FC24, they've added advanced where you can actually now choose which ones to use. Like if you use X, it can be like a shrug. If you can use B, it will be like a slide/stand tackle, etc., etc. Even holding in A as well will obviously get the ball. It's a very OP thing. Definitely add it in your gameplay. I definitely think you're at a disadvantage if you don't use advanced defending, in my opinion. So you're gonna have to use it. You got pass block assistance on. That's just never been changed, to be honest. Right there, you want to have the best assisted settings right there. Not to the point where EA takes control over your gameplay, but you want to just have, you know, you don't want to be at a disadvantage compared to the other FC24 players. You get what I'm saying? Switching only on air balls, in my opinion. I've just never really got this one with the auto switching. I just feel like only on air balls helps a lot because it's not too assisted and it's not too manual, if that makes complete sense. So at the end of the day, I don't really know what I'm speaking about when it comes to auto switching. This one, it just basically says the game will only switch players on lobs and crosses, which, you know what I mean? That's fair enough, because it's kind of like semi-assisted or just a little bit lower. Lobs and crosses, you need at least to have that to work, because essentially you don't want to just, you know, flick to anyone. What if you don't flick to the guy that's nearest to the ball? Do you get what I'm saying? So I do think only on air balls is the perfect one right there, man. It's not too strenuous, if that makes sense. But yeah, as I said, it's the best settings, boys. Use these settings. Auto switch move assistance is on low right there. That's completely up to you if you want to obviously put it on high or none. But it basically says auto switch move assistance keeps the player who you have auto switch to moving from their current position for a period of time. Current direction, sorry. It gives you basically a intended direction of the new player. So on low, it's kind of like when a player is making a predetermined run, and you kind of want to take that away and you want to quickly move to another player. Having it on low will allow for you to do it very quickly, instead of, you know, the game basically like taking its absolute sweet ass time to switch to a player. So having it on low, in my opinion, is the best one right there, man. And it's not too manual, it's not too assisted. You get what I'm saying? So having it on low, it allows at least for that like kind of gap right there, you know what I mean? So for the player to not just make that predetermined run. So yeah, we got right stick switching classic, just always been classic, man. And a player relative, completely up to you how you want to do it. But trust me, everybody uses player relative and classic. Just, you don't even really want to get into it. Do you know what I mean? The main important one though, when it comes to right stick switching, right? If you're a guy that basically right stick switches instead of LB or L1 on PlayStation, by all means, listen up, bro. Right stick switch sensitivity is very important this year, because essentially if you lower this bar, it will become more assisted, is what I've heard, and I think it does actually play around like that, and it becomes more like more sticky, bro. Do you know what I mean? Pause. So having it on 7, in my personal opinion, it's very smooth. I feel like it's that that like smooth sailing like point. Do you know what I mean? You can have it on 8 or 9, but I feel like having it on 10 is a little bit too high. But trust me, it's like that sweet spot having it on 7/8 on right stick switching sensitivity. I've been using like about 5 was, I think it was 4 or 5 on right stick switching. And for me, it just switched the player very slow, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And it became like, I've been trying to like move the analog to that specific player, but having it on 7, it just went very, very smooth right there. Trust me, up that right there if you are struggling or were struggling like I did. But yeah, next, player switching, having on classic, it's just always the best thing. Player lock. If you're a very good player, you will know exactly what player lock is, and it's very OP this year. It kind of throws off the opponent, especially when you want to be like unpredictable and the skills is not working for you. You want to basically go on other paths of runs, and you kind of want to throw your opponent off. So you click in both analogs, you flick towards the obviously player that you want. Like let's say I'm running with Messi and I want to obviously switch to Mbappe, but I currently want Messi on the ball. I would switch to, click these both analogs in, switch to Mbappe. Mbappe will be on that run that I'm currently like holding, and then Messi will be on his own like AI driven run. Do you know what I mean? And then you just obviously run with that, you pass it, you do the things. And for me, player lock's very OP right there. Check some videos out on YouTube, do you know what I mean? It's very OP. Icon switching, I have no idea what this is. It's just a dumb feature they've added. Probably the worst feature in the whole entire game, straight up. Now we got the very next one. It is going to be dribbling. Contextual dribbling is on off because I think it's because of icon switching. I have no idea why. Orbit dribbling though is a thing they've added this year. It's not really OP, I'll be honest. It kind of like shills the ball. Yeah, for me, I've just added it on though. It works. Why not have it? Do you know what I mean? But we got save assistance. I think that's just like, it's always been unassisted, especially online. Analog sprint is on off. Now, if you're a player that has an elite controller, you would know. It's kind of like if you're running, right, and you don't want to use your full like tank, you can actually put this on, and then like the more you press, the faster the player becomes. I don't want that. That's crap. I'll be completely honest. I just want to be a guy that just sprints every time. Do you know what I mean? Or if you don't want to sprint as much, you kind of don't do that. Do you know what I mean? So have it on off. It is the best one right there. We got obviously the other settings now, completely up to you. Camera. I know a lot of people use co-op, obviously to see the whole pitch. It is the best one in my opinion, but I just don't like it like that. I like seeing my plays a little bit up close and personal, especially with the dribbling elements. So having it on tele-broadcast and completely default works for me. And essentially that's all the settings, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, if you are a newcomer to FIFA, sorry, FC 24, yeah, you can get that right. And get all these settings right. But yeah, overall, this is just all personal preference at the end of the day. If you want to see your ping, you can obviously put it on ping only. We'll see the ping on the side, right-hand side. I like that one, I will not lie. And then overall, yeah, that's just basically the settings, ladies and gentlemen. Also, if you want to see your player instead of the gamer tag, you want to have it on player name and indicator alongside player name, and you will see the exact player that you obviously currently got on Ultimate Team in-game. But yeah, that is the settings, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit that like, subscribe, comment down below if you agree with these settings. I will catch you boys in the very next video, man. Peace.